Hi everyone, my name is Bridget Morris and welcome back to my channel where we talk about everything and anything that is specific carbohydrate diet friendly, and we also touch with gluten-free and things that are keto. Now in today's video we're going to be switching gears a little bit. We're going to be going for a baking item. So we're going to be doing some delicious blueberry coconut flour muffins. These muffins are honestly absolutely delicious. They are super moist and they are super flavorful, and if you like coconuts, this is definitely going to be your go-to. I really like to eat them as just a snack with a cup of tea, or maybe for dessert after a big meal. Or you know what, they travel so well that I just bring them with me if I'm either on the go or if I'm going to be traveling. I also like to double up on this recipe because they freeze so well. They can last up to maybe, up to 2 months in your freezer, but they never last that long, at least not in my house. I eat them up. They're really, really good. What I really like about this recipe is that the blueberries, when you eat them, they kind of like explode in your mouth, and it's this added juicy flavorful of blueberry mixed with the coconut. It's just such a delicious combination. Funny story about this recipe is I was shopping around and trying to find different options of things that I could eat, and I came across a bag that sold coconut flour, and when I looked on the back there was a recipe for, I guess an example on how to use this, and it was this blueberry muffin recipe. So I was super excited to try it, and when I did, God, I was so amazed at how easy it was to do. The preparation itself was quite easy, but then the flavor, it was so good. It was basically heaven in a muffin. So I'm really excited today to be showing you this recipe so you can see how easy it is to make, but also I'm hoping that it will inspire you to try it, and when you try it, that you'll be completely amazed by the taste. So if you want to learn how to make delicious blueberry specific carbohydrate coconut flour muffins, please keep watching.
So in today's video, we're going to need 1 cup of coconut flour, 4 tablespoons of chia seeds, 4 tablespoons melted coconut oil, half a cup of honey, 6 eggs, 1 cup of coconut milk, 4 teaspoon vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt with a cup of blueberries. Hey everyone, hope you're ready to be doing some baking with me today. So we're going to be starting off with our dry ingredients. So we're going to be mixing our 1 cup of coconut flour. Now don't be fooled by the fact that it's just 1 cup. Coconut flour goes a long way. We're going to go with our salt, and we're also going to be adding our baking soda. We're going to be mixing it all together. So the cool thing about coconut flour is that it does absorb a lot of liquid. So the proportion of our liquids versus the dry ingredients, you're going to see that there's so much more liquid, but it's all going to be absorbed. Now we're going to set our oven to 350 Fahrenheit. Now on to the liquids. So just in a regular blender, nothing really special. I've had this one for probably, well over 10 years, so whatever works. We're going to start off with our melted coconut oil. So this is important that your coconut oil is all melted. You don't want to have any clump. Then we're going to go off and add our honey. So I have a little spatula in here. You want to make sure that you add all of that honey in there. And now on with our 1 cup of coconut milk. So in the previous footage, you saw that I had a whole can of coconut milk, but the whole can is actually more than a cup. So the remainder of it, you have to put it away. Now we're going to go on with the vanilla extract, and then we're going to be cracking all of our 6 eggs. And now we're going to put the lid and we're going to just blend it all together. You want to make sure that the consistency of the liquid is completely uniform. It's not really going to take that long, maybe at most a minute, no more than that. And from here, we're going to be adding the liquid to the dry ingredients. So what I like to do is add it gradually. So I'm going to add about half of the liquids as I'm stirring continuously. I feel as though this helps to mix it better, but also kind of avoids clumping. When you start pouring the liquid in, you're going to notice that it's very watery, but the more you stir, the pastier it'll become. Just keep stirring. You'll be amazed at how much liquid this coconut flour can absorb. Just keep stirring. Sometimes it's going to clump a little bit around the spoon that I use, so I like to scrape it off and just keep mixing it in. Don't forget to scrape the bottom because sometimes it does stick to the bottom of the bowl. So just keep stirring, keep mixing, and there will be no waste on my watch. And there you have it. Now we're going to be adding our blueberries and the chia seeds. Now the reason why you want to add these items at the end is because the blueberries are quite fragile, so if you mix them up too much they might break and then the coloring is going to bleed into the mixture. And then the chia seeds, they actually absorb liquids as well, and we want to make sure that the coconut flour is the one absorbing the liquids first, because if not then your muffins are going to be too runny. And now we're going to be adding our cupcake papers to the cupcake holders. So the recipe will make about a dozen muffins. I don't overfill mine, so I can stretch it out to 18 muffins. I like to have them more on the smaller side just because it makes a nicer snack. So from here, I usually take 2 soup spoons and one of them, I scoop the mixture, and with the other one, I just push it in. And that kind of fills it up. So I'm going to do that for all of these little cupcake papers. You want to try to be filling the cupcake papers as evenly as possible, just because if you have a muffin that's bigger than the other, then it won't cook as much. Maybe it'll be undercooked. And then on the opposite side, if you have one cupcake that is not as filled, then it might burn or it'll be a bit dry. And when that's done, we're going to put it in the oven. So we're going to leave them in there for about 25 minutes. As you can see, if you scrape the bowl really well, it's going to fill up those 6 extra muffins. So now we wait about 25 minutes. So while I'm waiting, I like to just clean up and do the dishes. So let's get going. All right, so after 25 minutes, you're gonna take them out and they look just so perfectly golden. So from here, I like to take a toothpick and I try to pick out the biggest ones, and I want to see if the middle is cooked. And from what I can see at this point, everything looks perfect. God, it smells so good. And here is the final result of the delicious blueberry coconut muffins.
And there you go, guys. That is how you make my delicious specific carbohydrate diet blueberry coconut flour muffins. I really hope that it inspired you to try them. One of the benefits of doing them is it makes your house smell so good when you're cooking them. And as they come out fresh from the oven, they're so like still ooey and gooey, and they're honestly the best. I kind of eat like 2 or 3 right off the bat. And then what I do is I let them cool off. I put pretty much all of it in the freezer, and as I'm ready to eat them, I take one out, or maybe I'll put 2 or 3 in the fridge, and I'll just eat them as I go. It really depends on what I'm trying to do with the food. So example, like if it's an evening for dessert, then I'll put it out on the counter, let it unthaw. But if I know that maybe I'm going to be traveling, then I'm going to take a couple out and then I'll put them in my bag as I'm leaving. An added bonus to this recipe is that it's also keto friendly as well as gluten free. So my husband is gluten intolerant and he really likes these muffins as well. So him and I, we share. I kind of eat them mainly, but that's okay. I really hope you like this video. Please leave in the comments below what you think of the recipe, if you've tried it, or maybe if you've tried maybe other kinds of fruit, maybe strawberries. I don't know, strawberries would be good. Let me know if you've tried them. Maybe I will try them as well. Peaches, that could be a good option as well. I don't know, maybe. But leave it in the comments below what you think and all your ideas, and I would love to always try them, of course. Please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And if you want to let me know of other baking recipes or cooking recipes, what you prefer for me to do next, I would really like to show you what I am able to cook. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.